What's going on, everybody? My name's GRIZZ. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about 10 facts that we know about Black Ops 4 right now leading up to the community reveal event. So if this is something you're going to be interested in, it's happening May 17th. So mark your calendars. If you're excited about these 10 facts, drop a like on this video and subscribe. Let me know in the comment section if you're new. And if anything here sparks an idea, anything at all. If you like Black Ops 4 or zombies, hit me up over on Twitter at GRIZZ Viollent. It's the best place to keep talking all of it. Zombies, Battle Royale, multiplayer, you name it. Something that's pretty cool that I'm going to add in this video is the actual audio of what they talked about in the conference call, the investor call, that just happened and went down this month. So you're going to get the most fresh information on Black Ops 4 and what they've told the investors so far. But the first thing that's led up to this, of course, was the Black Ops 4 calling card that we got into Black Ops 3. If you were a part of this, you own Black Ops 3, you have this calling card. You can rock it at any time. This was placed into Black Ops 3 on March 8th, which is crazy. It's about 2 months ago already. But we're approaching the actual reveal. That was a good sign, an indication of just some more loot that's being given through Treyarch. The Pick 10 system is the next thing that comes to mind. Definitely an awesome teaser that Treyarch put out already. I'm covering things just now leading up to the main juicy stuff towards the end of this video, so bear with me if you already know about these, but for the people that don't, Treyarch did tease the Pick 10 system coming back. So if you like that in the Black Ops series, apparently that's coming back and you can enjoy this once again in the 4th iteration. Now, something cool that Treyarch also tweeted out recently was an image of new perks, and you can see the wild cards up there in the upper right corner. That I imagine is going to give you an extra primary attachment, another attachment on top of that. You know what I mean. If you play Black Ops 3, you know what wild cards are. We have these perks. It's not really futuristic. They seem kind of like patches that you'd wear in some sort of old military uniform. So, not really sure of the time setting right now that we're looking at, but if I had to make an educated guess right now, I'd say we're going to see a collage of all of the Black Ops put into one game. That's just what it seems like right now off my first impression. Of course, Black Ops reveal invites have been sent out to all of the influencers on YouTube and just some great people out there that are fans. Maybe they're basketball players, football players. A lot of these guys are going to be invited out to this community event happening on May 17th. But these are what the invites look like. The ones that are paid trips, the ones that the people get to go out and enjoy hotels and everything, all that's included, are metal. They're made of this metal sheet that's imprinted with all of this on it. So that's their actual invitation. And these cannot be transferable. They're specific to each person, which is kind of cool. I would definitely keep this forever if I got one because I love Treyarch. But the next thing is on mobile. So some of the people got invited out that have to pay their own way there, but they still got an invite. And these were sent out to random amounts of people. It was an RSVP. And this is what it actually looked like. This is a screenshot, an official screenshot that came in the form of an email. As a valued member of the community, we want you to witness the global reveal of Call of Duty Black Ops 4 and be among the first to get hands-on with the game. So it seems like it's confirmed that Black Ops 4 is going to have hands-on experience, which means people might be recording some early footage. I know some guys that are actually going to be there. I'm really good friends with a lot of zombies YouTubers. So if I can get extra footage, because for exposure reasons, we might actually do that if it's allowed. And I will shout out the person that might be giving me footage. So subscribe if you want to see early Black Ops 4 footage. It's very possible that I might be getting some on the channel, but we'll see. Don't hold me to it. I just know some people and it might be very possible. So we'll see what I can do about that. But the next thing I want to talk about, the next thing, because the hype just keeps getting deeper, is the full details of the community reveal event. Here's a screenshot of what my homies hooked me up with. It takes place Thursday, May 17th, 2018. Doors open at 9:15 a.m. There's a keynote, and then the event begins. Locations at the Jet Center of Los Angeles and Hawthorne, California. 1 entry per person. This includes a first look, general details about Black Ops 4, possible multiplayer reveal. I find it a bit odd that they'd be teasing that there's a possible multiplayer reveal to these people that are going to be there. So it's very possible, very possible. Take it with a grain of salt, but we might be seeing a multiplayer reveal actually happening on May 17th. But then just below that it says BO4 multiplayer gameplay / hands-on. So it would appear that multiplayer is going to have an official reveal. You ask, why is this weird? Is this expected? No, we usually see the campaign and a highlighted trailer of the campaign, and that's sort of how we get our first impression. But David Vonderhaar over on Twitter, this is the next thing I want to talk about, did go dark. About 2 months ago, his Twitter profile just went black, dark, blank. His tweets were starting to be deleted. Now there's 115 tweets. Recently it's been updated and says redacted. A bunch of things are scribbled out. And of course we know the theme of Black Ops 4 is what? Forget what you know. And this is a theme we see repeated all through the Black Ops series, of things being rewritten or taken out to sort of change what occurred. So are we going to get a complete rewrite? Is the campaign going to take place somewhere after Black Ops 2? Maybe in a different direction? And that's a specific reason I'm going to talk about in number 10. But right now we're going to get to this, and this is Operation Swarm. This is a new event that was just introduced to Black Ops 3. This is the event going on right now as this video is currently happening. There's only about 3 days left. But the thing is, it introduced a bunch of new gear. It's called Hive gear, and it's honeycomb based. This is what it looks like in the final kill cam, or the winner's circle. You can see it's very bland, dark, blank. It doesn't really pop and shine like a lot of the things you see in Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3's multiplayer is very colorful, and this just seems to be very basic and bland. If we go to the extras and look at the actual camo, you can see it. It's just brown almost, like it blends in with the wood. Very ugly. But, I mean, I'm sure it took just a little bit of work to put this in. I know Treyarch's heavily focused on Black Ops 4, so they kind of just whipped this up and put it in. It's, you know, it's good for the black market, it's good for revenue for the investors, and these sort of events are all that we're going to see in Black Ops 3 moving forward. So, but with that being said, I want to turn it over to the actual investor call, the one that happened here in May, and I'll be back right after this. It's about 2 minutes long. Enjoy.
Yes, thank you for taking my question. So there's some other big markets like China, like mobile, where free-to-play is the dominant business model already. So I'm just wondering if Fortnite's success, if it changes how you think about the $60 full-price business model for console games going forward. Thanks.
Sure. Hey, Tim. This is Kadi. Thanks for the question. I'd say broadly, we think in a growing industry like ours that there's room for multiple business models to succeed in parallel. We see this just in our own portfolio across Activision Blizzard. Right now, today, we have a full range of business models: free-to-play, subscription, upfront payments, downloadable content packs, ongoing microtransactions. All of these succeeding at scale. And so we feel like there's kind of no one better positioned to see the nature of how you think about bringing a value proposition to consumers. We think it's true of our industry broadly as well, where that direct, ongoing, interactive connection with players and audiences, it allows an enormous amount of iteration and innovation on how to provide the most satisfying avenues for investment. We get to see that real time in the loop that we create and the things that we roll out. But not just in interactive, we think there's a number of areas across broader entertainment that prove this out as well, where multiple business models work at the same time. Just in, linear viewership, you have Netflix and YouTube, both coexisting, both growing, both with their own kind of value propositions. And for us, that's really the most important piece, is the value proposition, the North Star. And for us, that is deeply compelling and engaging gameplay. When we get that right, when we find the fun and deliver that rich, meaningful, ongoing experience for players, we think we have the ability to deliver the right business model that supports and adds to the experience. We do think $60 games will continue to be an important part of that equation. And we believe the level of investment in content, in features, and in services that we provide will continue to make that a very attractive proposition for players.
So there you have it from the horse's mouth themselves. Activision confirmed that there is room for a $60 game of Black Ops 4 in the pipeline moving forward. With all the gaming revolutions happening, with Fortnite being free to play, they feel that there is a proper place for Black Ops 4 being a $60 game. Now, the second to last thing I want to talk about is the location of where we're going for zombies. I do believe it's going to be Mob of the Dead, a remaster, a remake master of Mob of the Dead. The last thing we knew in the comics was that they were putting stasis pods, the Victus crew, the transit crew, were putting stasis pods underneath the prison itself on Alcatraz. There is a multiverse going on. This is the last point I want to make, because it's the most important point of this entire video. Treyarch has basically rewritten themselves out of a box, saying that every dimension every single universe can change based off a new fracture occurring in their multiverse. So they can rewrite the campaign off for Black Ops 3. Just say that was an ending of Black Ops 2 that occurred, but just in a different multiverse. Does that make sense? Then they could say that Black Ops 4's campaign, if there's going to be a campaign, okay, there are rumors that it's not going to happen, but let's just say that it is. It's going to be based off a fracture that occurred because of this. So, let me know what you guys thought of these 10 facts as we move forward. Let me know if you want a part 2. And subscribe so you don't miss any more updates, and activate that bell icon. See you in the next one. Viollent out.